Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we're making 黄焖鸡米饭. It's braised chicken served over rice, so flavorful and smells amazing. This dish is getting more and more popular all over China in recent years. It is taking over the Chinese takeout restaurant industry. Just the city that I used to live in, Guangzhou, has over 100 restaurants that is named after this dish. I know, that sounds crazy, but that is how popular it is. Okay, before we start cooking, I want to talk about my beautiful carbon steel wok a little bit. I love how the wok has this hammer finish. It's just gorgeous. I have been using this wok in most of my videos, such as sesame chicken, beef noodle soup, sweet and sour pork. If you love authentic Chinese food and want to support my channel, consider purchasing my new carbon steel wok set. Not only you will receive a good quality wok that will last you years, it even comes with a spatula and a wooden lid. Everything you need to get started. Best of all, it has a flat bottom, so it works on all stovetops. Check out the link in the description for more information, or you can search Souped Up Recipes wok on Amazon. Okay, let's start cooking now. I'm using 3 pieces of bone-on, skin-on chicken leg. Traditionally, this dish is done with a whole chicken. I only got chicken legs today, which is also perfect. Use a heavy-duty cleaver to chop it into smaller size. Chinese people love to cook chicken with bone on. I think it's because the bone can provide more flavors during cooking. Please don't turn this recipe down just because you need to chop up some chicken legs. And if you insist to use boneless chicken breast, here are the tips I will give you. Put the chicken into a big mixing bowl. You will need about 2 inches of ginger and 5 cloves of garlic. Crush them all. I will not dice the garlic in this recipe because later on we'll brown the chicken, and if the garlic is diced, it will get burned easily. Directly add that to the chicken. Simply marinate it with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce, and some freshly ground white pepper. You can also use black pepper. There are sharp bones, so be very careful when you mix it. If you have gloves, that will be better. Of course, if you use chicken breast, you don't need to worry about it. Cover it, let it sit for about 20 minutes. While waiting, you can make the sauce. You will need 2 tablespoons of 黄豆酱. This is what I'm using. It is also called soybean paste. I have used it in many of my videos. I'll put the link in the description. You will also need 2 teaspoons of 甜面酱. This is how the package looks. The English name is sweet flour sauce. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. Keep adding 2 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Mix it well. The soybean paste will have a little solid soybean. I like to use the spatula to crush it. Okay. Set the sauce aside, let's prepare the vegetables. For this recipe, I prefer to use fresh shiitake mushrooms. They are so meaty and tender. You can also use the dry form. They do smell better than fresh mushrooms, but because they are dry, so you have to soak them in water in advance, which means they have to absorb all the water first. This is why I prefer fresh ones because they taste so much better after absorbing the braised chicken soup. But it's your choice. Also depends on what you have in hand. Simply slice them in half. Set it aside. I also like to add some chilies in this recipe. I used 2 colors so the dish looks nicer. Slice it diagonally into these 1/3 of an inch thick pieces. The type of chili I use is very spicy. If you don't eat spicy food, you might want to change to a mild one like bell pepper. 1 small size onion, cut into big pieces. Make sure you separate each layers to loosen them up. Besides the vegetables, you will also need some spices: bay leaf, star anise, black cardamom, and a small piece of cinnamon. Now let's start cooking. Heat up the wok until it is smoking hot. Add some cooking oil. Be generous. I used about 3 tablespoons. Swirl the wok around so the oil covers most of the surface of the wok. Add in the marinated chicken. Spread it so most of the chicken pieces touch the bottom of the wok. Let them fry for a couple minutes or until you get some nice brown color. Flip the chicken and check this. That is what you're looking for. So beautiful, isn't it? You just keep frying it until you get enough brown surface. In restaurants, they would deep fry the chicken in order to get a nice color, but we're making a home version, and I think pan frying will do the same job, just as good as deep frying. So why waste oil? Okay, I think my chicken is good. Take them out and leave the oil in the wok. Also, you want to make sure you take out all the brown bits so the wok is fairly clean. You know what you can do with that? Snack on it. So good. Anyway, we're gonna caramelize some sugar. If there is too much brown bit, it will affect the caramelizing process. Use low heat. Keep stirring it. The dish will not taste too sweet, but the sugar really creates some depth of flavor. Once it turns into a red color, you can pour in the sauce that we prepared before. Keep stirring everything on low heat. We're frying the sauce. It might sound strange, but it does create some complex flavor. Once you see the oil is separating from the sauce, like that, you can add the spices. Give it a few stirs, then introduce the chicken back to the wok. Stir and mix until the chicken is coated with that glossy sauce. Look at that! I'm drooling already, even though the dish is not done yet. Add the mushrooms, stir them as well. Pour in 1½ cup of water. If you're using boneless chicken breast, you should change to chicken stock instead of water. Cover it, bring it to a boil. Give it a taste to adjust the flavor. Mine was perfect. Turn the heat to low, simmer this for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, you should still have a fair amount of sauce, and it should be really thick due to the collagen from the bones. Throw in the onions and chilies. I like my onions to have a bit raw texture, so I only cooked them for less than a minute. Take it out, and you're done! This is definitely a rice killer recipe, which means not only the dish itself tastes delicious, but also it makes the plain rice flavorful, so you will eat more rice than usual. Look at that! You can still tell that the meat was nicely browned even though it is being simmered for 20 minutes. The taste is incredible, so flavorful, tender, and juicy. I just can't stop eating it. This dish also has quite a lot of sauce, which is perfect to put over the rice. Seriously, I can eat 3 bowls of rice just with the sauce. Oh, don't forget the mushrooms. They are the real treat because they absorb lots of the good flavors from the soup. So tender, silky, and delicious. I hope you give this a try soon. If you did, leave me a comment, let me know how it goes. If you're interested in this gorgeous carbon steel wok, don't forget to check out the link in the description, or you can search Souped Up Recipes Wok on Amazon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!